The Supreme Court of Ohio has nothing better to do but to rule that chicken wings that are advertised as boneless can have bones in them.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning!
And welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Friday, July 26, 2024, episode 1511. And Rub and Tugs are in trouble.
No, they're not.
No, they aren't. But that's how I'm going to present my story. So we're just going to go with that. And what else we got?
Well, you like my shirt, Pat?
Yeah, it's cool.
Is it?
Looks like you're wearing a robe.
Does it look like the shirt Pat wore 2 days ago?
Yeah, I mean, I bought it 2 years ago. I've worn it multiple times.
Oh, because this is my wife's shirt from the women's Target department. She pointed out that you have the exact same shirt as her.
Well, it's not the exact same.
The exact same. She goes, "Is Pat wearing my women's Target shirt?" I was like, "I don't know." She found it for me. It's not good.
Wait, we have to pull a picture now of Pat from 2 days ago.
Do you want me to leave? You want me to get there? Or you want me to
Yeah, go get it. Go get the shirt.
You want me to get there? Because Target picked up the pattern as a second run.
She goes, "Does he have the matching set like me? Does he have the bottoms?"
I bought it first run when it was released as a pattern. Fashion goes in trends, patterns, and then Target picks it up second. So I'm sorry I have a 3 seasons ago thing that Target now picked up.
Yeah, no worries. Now it's a women's brand.
The pattern is a women's brand?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know patterns could be gay.
It's called Queef. Looking at it.
Geometric queef.
That was that. What do
I got women's clothes in my closet.
I know.
That's a cut down to me.
It's still a sick pattern. You look great in it. What do I have today? I'm talking about Crowdstrike again. There's an update. And then there's some other funny things we might get to.
Nice. I'm going to talk a little bit of tech.
Okay.
I would have left it alone, except yesterday Benjamin Netanyahu went in front of Congress and essentially, explained his position, Israel's position on the war with Palestine, which, sure, that's not the story I'm going to talk about.
I'll just say I'm for it.
Based upon the, we know Netanyahu is, and based upon the applause, so is Congress. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about some other shit that's fucking weird that it seems like maybe we should use as a leverage position based upon what Israel's asking from us. It has to do with hacking and spyware. And I'm also talking about boneless chicken wings and a Supreme Court decision made by Ohio. Supreme Court.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow. Man. Speaking of weird, do you guys know what Skibidi toilet is?
No.
Okay, let me get
the word Skibidi. I know what Skibidi is. It's like
is Skibidi like word cool or something?
It's a word that means really nothing.
Skibidi bebop?
Someone might say Skibidi, Ohio. It's a Gen Z thing. It's a word, but it came from a video called Skibidi Toilet.
Yeah, a bunch of videos called Skibidi Toilet, which I guess they're on TikTok and wherever all the cool kids are in Gen Z. But they're basically animations. And we did a toilet sketch at Who Do You Know Here like 15 years ago, and we put PFT's face in the toilet, and we made it. What's it called when you make an object animate?
We personified a toilet.
We personified a toilet, and we did a hilarious sketch about it. And now Skibidi Toilet's doing the same thing, and it's just a bunch of sketches where a head comes out of a toilet, and they play like catchy like house music or whatever, and he's like Skibidi, Skibidi, Skibidi Toilet, Skibidi. It gets like trillions of views, and now Michael Bay has got onto the trend, and he wants to make a feature-length film somehow about these 20-second animated toilet sketches.
So, I mean, but it's past that. It's gone past the actual genesis of the toilet video to just be a word used in nomenclature. To go to any middle school, and you're going to hear people saying Skibidi this, Skibidi Riz, whatever.
For sure, Skibidi Riz.
Is the Rizzler Michael Bay? Is he late to the trend?
I mean, I don't know if he's probably late to the trend, but he's also old for the trend, I would say.
Yeah.
Don't you? Wouldn't you?
No, I mean he literally testified in the Phil, what was his name escaping me? The guy that murdered his wife that produced the Ronettes, Phil Spector. He testified in the Phil Spector trial. He's old as shit.
He's like 70. Yeah.
He directed the first Bad Boys.
I guess Skibidi is now famously on the YouTube channel To Fuck. Boom. And so
I'm missing my. Do you know what Skibidi poop is? Yeah.
Wes is talking not in his mic to his.
Sorry.
Jen's
Come here.
son.
Come here. Come here.
Cam, come here.
Explain to the people what skibidi into the mic. What?
I've never heard of Skibidi poop, but Skibidi is like a head sticking out of a toilet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like it?
Nailed it.
Can you use it in a sentence, a slang sentence?
You have any slang sentences involving Skibidi?
Can you use Skibidi in a sentence?
No, he's
leaving.
He's backing
He's
out.
leaving.
He's
leaving.
He did the homer into the bushes.
Yeah. He's
Looking
out.
very handsome. Cam's looking very handsome. Get me
He's out of
here.
So there you go. Michael Bay's reaching out to the young kids now.
Okay.
Skibidi.
Skibidi.
Let's do some news though. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
Yeah, go.
real quick.
Go.
All right. Do you guys know what Pegasus spyware is?
Heard of it, but don't. I mean, I know what spyware is, and I've heard of it, so I can assume.
Okay, so this tool, the Pegasus tool, came about like maybe 5 years ago. An Israeli company, NSO, developed it, and it's the most advanced spyware tool. Period. It's absolutely insane what it can do. So you may have seen like articles or news pieces over the years about journalists finding out that they were hacked.
Yeah,
Right.
Rowan Farrow famously, when he was investigating the sex creeps, he said that.
100%, because who did NSO work with? Weinstein. So
Yes.
they essentially created this next level, super high level spyware that can get onto anyone's phone and do just about anything you want. Like you name it, fantasy level, what you could do to someone's phone. You could listen to every conversation. You turn the mic on. You can intercept all their text. You own them. And you can't find out that it's on your phone. It's really hard to do. NSO developed it. NSO, an Israeli company, shadily doesn't really discern who they sell it to.
That means it's good.
You know who's buying it? Every shady government in the world.
Kind of like bombs and us.
Right.
Kind of like bombs in us.
If you've got a
Saudis-
product that's at the top of the line and top of the line of shadiness, and you don't have to disclose who you're selling it to, that's a good product.
Yeah. Right. So NSO, the company that makes this
Or don't want to
this
disclose.
software, they got sued by WhatsApp in an American court. Okay.
Okay.
And the court issued a subpoena to NSO, demanding data that NSO ran to Israel. I'm sorry, demanding data, and NSO ran to Israel, like the government of Israel, who, you know, where the company is, and said, help us, and essentially blocked NSO from having to reveal who their authoritarian clients are of this insanely dangerous spyware software. And Israel's just kind of blocking it. They're disallowing us from finding out. But they were at our Congress yesterday begging for money.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I don't know.
Funny.
Well, what they're going to be able to do is now see if Congress is going to follow through with it by spying on all the congressmen's secret texts, being like, "We're not giving them shit," or like, you know, like they'll know totally before the deal.
We
goes
took them
through.
out to dinner and they don't want to blow us.
I mean, the fact that anyone in power, anyway, like if you're a congressperson, I'd be scared shitless of Pegasus, like fucking shitless. Like if you're anyone who's worth looking into, Pegasus, you're a target
Congress.
probably.
Yeah.
I would be fucking demanding that they give us.
And we don't have this.
But if
We
you're
must.
No, because they're using Israel as a shield from having to reply to the U.S. subpoena.
Israel's
from-
one of our biggest
from WhatsApp.
partners. I think we probably use Pegasus. But the problem with that, Pat,
We don't.
is if you're the officially, if you're the congressperson calling for, you know, transparency with Pegasus and like coming after Pegasus, you better be squeaky clean, because who do you think the first person Pegasus is going to reveal the dirty dirt on? The congressperson coming after them.
It's true.
Well, but
You better be
NSO
real
runs
clean.
Pegasus. NSO who runs Pegasus is like, they're not shady. They are shady in that the product that they make can be used shadily, but they're like top tier motherfucker. I mean, it's like the highest level software company. You know, they're doing $1 billion contracts with the Saudis for this software.
I mean, isn't it only used for, undercover?
Specifically, like, if you talk to any information security person, they're like, this is like the God tool. That it's the gaudiest God tool that ever got it.
Yeah, it's like with that thing in one of the Fast and Furious, is the God tool thing. They can see everyone's location.
Is that a thing in Fast and Furious? They call it God tool?
There's so many. Yeah, it's called the God something. The God's Eye, I think. God's Eye.
God's Eye.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody better subpoena those sneaky Jews about their software.
No, I can't do it because you know what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I want to know what they're up to over there.
Male prostitutes.
Let's get
making
a
them play with my skin
here.
tags.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, man, Stephanie Motto. It's either Josh Hawley or Eric. What's his name? Eric Schmidt or whatever from Missouri. Probably.
You've narrowed it down.
No new news on that. On who Stephanie Motto, the fart jar girl, was in a relationship with a senator for a year.
Definitely not Vance, though.
No, I mean, Vance is an option, but I just don't see it.
Has she stopped tweeting about it? Did she get paid, or?
I haven't checked it up. I got to check up on it.
She's getting paid if it was true at all.
I mean, if I'm selling farts in a jar and I can retire from that, I'm probably going to take the money.
Yeah.
That's just me.
The fart jar money or the buy-off money?
I'd rather stop selling farts in a jar if I could. You know,
she could probably make millions from TMZ though if she actually had that. I mean, TMZ would probably pay her big bucks for that. Those and that information.
There's still a good chance it's bullshit.
Yeah, very good chance.
Yeah,
that's true. Or we could talk about boneless wings and whether you can call them boneless legally in Ohio later in the show. Because I know our listeners want that. That's called a tease.
Nice. So let's do an update. You guys remember how Crowdstrike didn't test their Falcon whatever production released around this time last week and brought the world to its knees for over 24 hours?
Mm-hmm. Still bringing certain plane companies.
Yeah, my flight was an hour late because of it. They were like, we had a little glitch with this. The one that wasn't a hack, Mark, right?
That's right. And they've come out and said it's, I forget the term. It's like, it took too long for the process to run. So I don't know. Yeah, they've given the specific tech term.
It's called laziness.
Yeah, there's an error in the file, and they figured out what the error was. But they say it's being reported now, and I'm going to read you something that kind of explains it a little bit in a second. But it's being reported that 8.5 million devices running Windows around the world went down for extended periods of time. So that's a lot. Well, guess what? They have totally redeemed themselves. You see, as expected and mentioned on the pod, when you have a critical production and a bug production like that, you need to call in all the skilled hands, all hands on deck. They got to work around the clock to fix it. Sometimes it's called a war room, whatever you want to call it. Usually there's like a management team talking to the IT team.
Hackers, right? Yeah. It's Fisher Stevens and hackers. He skateboards in, or it's the guy on the Segway in Grandma's Boy, right?
Yes. I was involved in many personally. There's usually, again, a room full of high level management just on the phone, like getting minute to minute update from like the developers and shit like that. Anyways, that's exactly what Crowdstrike did. Of course, they created like a worm. They had everyone come in. They fixed it, right? A lot of their employees spent all last weekend nervously working to get that fucking shit fixed. And then guess what? You still have to come right back in to work Monday morning and have a full work week. You're not off when you fix it, right? Just you got to do it
for fucking up.
No, but not only did Crowdstrike have extra work, but how about all those business partners, like whose systems went down? Sure, some of them might have gone home and waited it out, but my guess is the majority tried to keep business running as smoothly as possible, which certainly would have required extra work, massive workarounds, a lot of manual efforts, and some creative thinking, right?
Right. Yeah. Have you ever seen like someone bust out a knuckle buster credit card scanner?
Yeah, exactly like that.
When shit really hits the fan. Like,
exactly like that.
Knuckle bust your credit card and I'll charge it later. You take the food.
Yeah, exactly, Pat. Well, Crowdstrike came to that same conclusion. They thought, hey, we made a lot of people do a lot of work, not just our people, so let's reward the business partners that we put behind the 8 ball. They did the right thing. And Crowdstrike's Chief Business Officer Daniel Bernard sent the following email to all those business partners, which said, "Dear Crowdstrike partners, We recognize the additional work that the July 19th incident has caused, and for that, we send our heartfelt thanks and apologies for the inconvenience. The impacted version of the channel file 291 was added to Falcon's known bad list in the CrowdStrike cloud. We also improved some of our cloud services dramatically. Who cares? Please also be on the lookout for our preliminary incident review. That'll be fun. The PIR, take a look at that, which will be published soon. To express our gratitude, your next cup of coffee or late night snack is on us. Access your Uber Eats credit by using code, and then everyone got like a specific gift card code.
No.
For like $1,000.
Really?
Yeah, they sent them a $10 Uber Eats gift card.
Okay, so it's so funny that this happened because I mess around with a lot of different like AI cloud-based softwares. Like whenever a new software drops, I usually sign up for it and then do the trial and then bail before I sign up. And a lot of times, like they're using AI to follow back up with you. Like, hey, did you like the software? Do you want to get a full subscription? And I picked one called Gather. It's like a data parsing AI thing. And they've been following up. And I got this today. Pat, I'd like to offer you a Starbucks gift card for your thoughts on the trial. Good or bad? We'd like to know what you thought. Let me know if this is time that works for you. I'm just a guy. They're offering the same thing that some random cloud-based software is offering me to get my $30 a month.
Yep.
CrowdStrike's offering the same thing.
I think Uber Eats even offers that if you get their like Uber Gold, which is like $10, $9 a month.
They do it randomly sometimes.
Yeah, they'll just randomly give you a $10. $10 off.
What are they doing?
Free.
Yeah, next
what the fuck are they
$10
doing?
on us.
He wrote this whole email and he's like, at the bottom, to express our gratitude, your next cup of coffee or late night snacks on us, here's your code. $10 gift cards. How about that? A free cup of coffee or one McDonald's cheeseburger after tax, tip, and deliveries. Here's like, for example, a guy posted, oh, great. With my $10 Uber Eats gift card from CrowdStrike, I owe $3.02 for my 10-piece McNugget meal because the McNuggets cost $6.89. The daily fees, like the delivery fees, are $3.49, and tax, sales tax, and others is $2.64. So that equals $13.02. I looked at the local Austin McDonald's area market in the app, and that's actually a deal because the 10-piece nuggets here is $7.99. So it would have cost the Austin IT crowds that got this $4.25.
Jesus, $7.99.
Well, why? So why do this? Is it because they're on the hook for $8 million?
I don't know
times
why.
10?
I don't know why. But effort not in vain. You get your free coffee. One other thing: when people tried to redeem the Uber Eats gift card, they got an error message saying, "quote The voucher had been canceled." And then tech industry publisher TechCrunch looked into this, and when they tried to redeem a specific CrowdStrike Uber Eats gift voucher, got the following message on the Uber Eats app saying, quote, "The gift card has been canceled by the issuing party and is no longer valid." Uh-oh.
I mean, come on.
The Indian gave a $10
shitty gift taken back.
I don't think you could say that anymore.
Oh, I just did.
I mean, in this scenario,
yeah, they texted it.
Yeah, dude. CrowdStrike spokesperson Kevin Bonacci confirmed that the company sent the gift cards and then said to TechCrunch in an email after they got busted. He said, hey, we did send these to our teammates and partners who have been helping customers through this situation. Uber flagged it as fraud because there were so many of them. So we had to cancel.
No, yeah, you didn't pre-clear this with Uber. That's bullshit. No. That's such bullshit. The first thing you're going to fucking do if you're CrowdStrike is like, okay, we're a major corporation. We have the entire antivirus contract with Microsoft. Maybe one of us is going to have a relationship with, I don't know, fucking Uber Eats. Okay. And you call them on the phone and you say, we fucked up. Do you want to build some sort of, I don't know, co-marketing opportunity? Why don't you give them to us for $8? Okay.
Dude, this is honestly, this is like starting to show maybe why they were able to cause such a catastrophic crash. If this is what the decision making is like over there at CrowdStrike,
yeah, their steps aren't exactly in order.
No, it just the leadership over there has some issues.
Live internet comment Dadash says they have one $10 gift card per company, not per person.
Each business partner got one.
American Express would like to offer you this $10.
Take a sip of the coffee. Yeah, you take a sip of the coffee.
Take a sip of the coffee.
Pass it around.
It was the stupidest thing. What were they doing?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
The biggest concerning thing is we think, right, our theory was they got hacked, right? And a lot of other takes online from tech professionals that I follow, we're saying the same thing, right? Like, come on, dude. Okay. But what's more concerning is where there's smoke, there's fucking fire. And this is smoke. This is big time smoke. After you F up that bad, my son just woke up, so I'm switching to clean, baby. After you F up that bad, then you beef it like this.
Yeah.
There's something going on over there, man. You can't trust those guys with their security.
I agree. I'd be looking for a new company if I was one of their clients.
I don't know what's worse, getting hacked or not testing to the point where everyone got a blue screen of death, but your testing team didn't.
I think the not testing is worse.
Well, right, but that's what they're going with. I mean, that's what they're going with by saying it was a bug. I mean, because the alternative is like they don't want to say they got hacked because their security,
their system is compromised, and your data might also be compromised. That's what
both are bad. It's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. We have the most inept testing team of all time and process, or we're a security company that secures everyone except for ourselves.
Yeah, it's tough. They might have flipped the coin.
Oh.
All right. You want to talk about the future of massagers?
Yeah.
Okay. The future of massagers here, and I'm not talking about a new drug that allows Asian women to stay up 24 hours a day with no sleep. I'm talking about robots. Okay. Check this out. Here's a picture of the latest in massage and spa technology, the Escape robot masseuse. Now, what's missing from this? What's missing? Yeah, exactly. What's missing from the picture, Mark?
A tiny Asian.
Yeah.
Tiny Asian lady.
Tiny Asian, tiny hands, huh? That's what's missing. And you know, for the record, I am a massage guy. I'm not a rub and tug guy. You know, and if you are,
but just rub and tug places have the best prices.
Hey, what's with these robot hands? Does the Asian lady come in for the end? Like, does she come in soon?
Yeah. I mean, this would be fine for the first 60 minutes.
Yeah. I'll take it for the first 50 minutes.
These robot hands, are these designed from an Eastern European lady? I don't know if I like these robot hands.
When do you put the grip hands on this thing? So as you can see,
how do I fuck this robot?
Let me just cut to the chase.
They're basically like knobs made out of really hard kind of rubber. And I'm going to play you a video of how it works, and you know, you'll see how.
We've built something that is intended to be great therapeutic massage. That's distinct from being a great therapist. The tools we provide are designed to empower a therapist to take on a larger role, a care coordinator role with their clients, where the therapist can define a protocol on behalf of their clients, and they get to be the expert who knows and understands what the member needs in between each of those visits.
The first time I got on the table, I was blown away. It was like experiencing the future, and I knew I needed to be a part of it. As a massage therapist, when you're booked out for weeks in advance, your client can still experience the benefit and get treatment in between the times that they're able to see you as a therapist.
I really see these.
Okay, you get it.
How do I highlight my penis on this chart?
Is there a number I can call here? I got a kind of a specific request.
Does this have a pen function where I can circle the part of the groin?
Yeah.
Where on your body is hurting?
So
it's,
basically,
lower front.
Let me just draw a couple arrows.
The jerk off. I don't see the jerk off button on the remote.
Put your hand. Let me take your hand and put it where?
Down there, over here, up there.
So as you saw in the video, if you're listening, basically it's just robot arms with hard things attached to the end of it that then go over your body and like rub it, kind of in the way that like a palm would, but and then it's got, you know, different levels of pointiness on this thing, so it can really get deep. But again, oh god, I'm going to talk about hand jobs while Cash is.
No, I got headphones. So is it meant to be controlled by a massage therapist, like a human is going to use it because like it's a taxing job. Like I started getting massages from dudes because like if you got prop pain, they're stronger. They can get in there deeper.
Hey, whatever you tell you
by accident.
Sure, Pat.
I mean, the schedule got mixed up, and I said maybe I like this better.
Whatever you got to tell yourself.
I said maybe I like this better.
Should I leave this Target queef shirt on, or take it off?
So anyway, can you imagine you walk into a little room, water sounds, flute music, and then you see this thing, and you're like, "Where the fuck is Chen?" Now they are newly available at the Lotte New York Palace Hotel, and a 30-minute massage only costs you $60 from this thing, while a person massage is $260 for 60 minutes.
I mean, both of those prices seem seriously inflated.
Well, at a hotel, that's about normal for a massage, like a nice hotel. Like, and if you go to like a real masseuse, like a Milk and Honey type place, that's $180 for an hour-long massage. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's
plus you probably don't have
again a lot of
machine.
A lot of lady masseuses, they can't do an hour. It's too physically taxing. That's why you want to get a male, because they can complete the full. I mean, you ever got a therapist? You ever got a therapist who does 45-minute sessions? Right, that's right when you start getting into it. Is the 45 hits? You know,
they got firmer lips and they keep secrets better. You have to tip a masseuse like 15 to 20%. So if you go to a place like Milk and Honey, or an expensive place, and it's 150 or 180 off the bat, add another $40
easily.
Like, so you don't have to tip a fucking machine a goddamn thing.
No.
So like, but what that guy was implying is like you go like Wes. Okay, you're a regular guy. You got your regular trafficked.
I wouldn't even say I'm regular anymore, but let's go with that. Sure.
That you go to, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's say like you go the first week of the month, first Friday, second Friday, she's busy. So you go see the machine.
Yeah.
Third Friday, you see her. Fourth Friday, you see the machine. Is that what they're kind of saying it is?
Okay. Saying, it's a maintenance machine, basically. Like they're not saying they want to replace the supple hands of your normal masseuse, Bruce in Pat's case, but they're saying
Bruce the masseuse.
Bruce the masseuse.
He's the Dr. Seuss character you never heard of.
But like Pat said,
pop our shirts off, Bruce. You too.
It's
I will not tire for an hour long.
Yeah.
Look down. That's Bruce's.
Yeah, Brown.
But they also are leasing these things for $250 a day to massage places. So I mean, you've got to have these things running pretty steadily to make a decent profit on them at $60 a 30-minute. I mean, then you got to go in and clean all the knobs and all that stuff.
You better clean the knobs.
You need a mope.
You need a mope to clean those noobs.
I'm a massage machine mope.
What happens when like the guys and gals start liking the machine more than the people, and they're like, this is awkward, and they're trying to like go in at times where the people aren't there, and they like bump into them in the lobby and be like, hey, I'm here to get, and like, no, that's okay, I'll come. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna get awkward.
The Seinfeld hair cutter situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's certain days you might want to just go in there and not have to deal with a person, but it doesn't look like it is nearly as effective as someone, rubbing.
Right, like a guy who's like, I really need one, but then he but I haven't showered because I've been traveling. That would be rude, so I'm gonna go see a.
Sure.
Yeah.
You'll probably see these things in
without the noise, without the volume, maybe. And I want to see it touching a person, like how close it gets to the. Okay. You know what it kind of looks like? It looks like the inside of a massage chair, just like the.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a super high tech, like back tool, back massage tool. We've seen 100 of them. Yeah.
It looks like they opened up a nail salon's bed and put part of it on arms.
Yeah, and they rotate, and they like it comes to a point and blah blah blah. But again, no hands. So
does it giggle?
Yeah. Does it sit on your head?
Does it modestly giggle?
Does it sit on your head while it does your back?
Does it grunt?
Does it whisper, is that okay? Is that okay?
Does it say, you've been working out?
Yeah. Bruce the masseuse, baby.
Bruce the masseuse, yeah.
That's how to treat it.
Hard? Is that hard enough?
Oh, you're tight.
Honestly, you didn't even need to come in here.
You are
tight. You're not that tense. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna fold you like a pretzel.
No, Bruce. Cash loves it.
Do you want me to do my second story, or what do we got?
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right, cool. All right. So that's the as you can see behind me, the Asian lady's very upset about those massage tables. You guys remember? We did it a couple weeks ago. I covered the volleyball player from the Netherlands. What's his name? Steven van der Velde.
The
Here he is.
Keto.
The rapist.
Yeah, he flew to England.
Yeah, the guy who flew to England to rape a 12-year-old. And we knew that he would come back in the news, and this wasn't going to escape him in the Olympics. But because he is so hated, even if you are sympathetic to his situation and publicly forgive him, you too will have to make a public apology for forgiving him. And that's what happened to famous British long distance runner and former marathon record holder Paula Radcliffe during an interview. So I'm going to play the video for you.
Is she a speed walker?
No, she's a marathon runner.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the weird stride you got there. But yeah, no, she's like I don't think she ever won an Olympic medal, which is kind of funny. But she's like, other than that, she's like the one of the best women's long distance runners ever.
She's always there.
Yeah, she's always there. So she did an interview, and they were asking her about this Dutch volleyball player, and here's what she said.
Are athletes, of course, and we don't look to them for kind of moral high standards necessarily, but there's been a particularly distressing case with the Dutch volleyball player, Steven van der Velde, who was jailed for raping a 12-year-old British girl, and he is actually competing. Do you think there should be, rules about your previous life before you're allowed to compete in the Olympics?
I think that's a very dangerous line to go down, given that we
except in
allow
rape of
people to cheat in
12-year-olds
sports and take drugs in sport to then come back and compete. So to ban someone for, and as I understand it, he was 19 at the time, and he served his jail
that
time.
Makes it better. She was 12.
And it's a long time to carry on paying for that mistake for the rest of your life, and he may well have turned it around and completely repented. And he's certainly over that. I know that he's married now and settled down. So I think it's a tough thing to do to punish him twice. And if he's managed to successfully turn his life around after being sent to prison and to qualify and to be playing sport at the highest level, then I actually wish him the best of luck. Obviously, he will be watched during the village, and for it to be repeated now or it to have been last year, I would be saying a different thing.
He will be watched by the police.
Span and the learning difference from 19 to 29 is huge.
So the one line that got her in all the trouble was, of course, I wish him luck. And people couldn't.
That's it?
Yeah, they couldn't get over the fact.
It sounded like she was excusing his behavior.
Everyone understands the sentiment of what that lady was trying to say. Just really ill applied circumstance for which to apply it, right? Like, I get what she's saying. Like, sure, you paid your debt to society. She's 12, Doc.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
well, there's a difference between saying you've served your time, right? Like Michael Vick served his time, and saying, I think he's totally okay with what he did. Like you can still say they've served their time, they should be out, but it's disgusting what the person did. You don't have to be like, maybe he was 19, okay, all right, and he's turned it around probably, and you like kids make boys will be boys. Shouldn't have to go that far,
dude. Yeah. Whenever they do that shit, whenever they reduce the age of the person to be closer to the person they preyed on, I always immediately put myself back in my brain at that age, and I did it just then.
The grades.
When I was 19, would I have flown to mess with it? No fucking way.
Pat,
not in a million years.
I always like to put it in terms of grades. I believe 19 is like freshman in college, and 12 is like 6th grade.
Yeah.
If you think of it like that, it's just the most disgusting thing.
I mean, I was creeped out by the guys that went back to like date juniors in high school when they were freshmen in college,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So anyway, she had to come out and immediately make a public apology, saying, "Last night I gave an interview and made some comments that I deeply regret. I want to sincerely apologize," and blah, 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 blah. I didn't mean that I wish him luck. I shouldn't have wished him luck, and I genuinely have no explanation for why I said that.
I take it back and wish him horrible. Hope he loses.
I hope he fails. Vandervelde's first game will be played, if you want to check him out, July 28th against Italy with his partner Immers at 3 p.m. I don't know if that's what time that is, but the British Olympics Committee and the Australian Olympic Committee both came out and said no fucking way would this guy be allowed on our team. So
my plan to watch the Olympics has gone horribly the first 2 days. Pat spoiled the match yesterday, and then ESPN's main page spoiled the match today. I'm like, I'm gonna know every result before I watch it.
Yeah, that's tough with it being so far away.
I don't think I could spoil that match for you yesterday, right?
You saved me some time. We lost 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of
like 1-3-0 today, and I saw that on ESPN. I was like, "Fuck."
I will say this: we didn't talk about this yesterday. It was tied at the half. It was tied at the half in the men's game, I think, which is impressive for us to go a scoreless half with France. Good team. You guys want to talk about chicken wings real quick?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
All right. So the Supreme Court, guys, the Supreme Court of Ohio has nothing better to do but to rule that chicken wings that are advertised as boneless can have bones in them. Okay, this went to the highest court in the land. That boneless chicken wings can have a bone or two in them. Why? Well, I'll tell you why.
Or like spineless.
Michael Berkheimer, and he went to a wing place in Hamilton, Ohio, and he ordered his usual, which is boneless wings with parm gar or gar parm, depending on where you're from, Parmesan garlic sauce, right? And he bit right into that boneless, and some felt a little bit weird. And 3 days later, he couldn't keep food down. He was sick, and he went to the ER, and a doctor pulled a long, thin bone out of his esophagus, okay? And his esophagus had been torn. That caused an infection. So he sued the restaurant, Wings on Brookwood, saying the restaurant failed to warn him that these boneless wings, okay,
they didn't
could contain bones.
They lied to him.
Yeah, they tricked him.
They said
and a 4-3. It was a divided court. A 4-3 ruling said Thursday that boneless wings refers to a cooking style, and that Berkheimer should have been on guard against bones, since it's common knowledge that chicken have bones. Okay, and they dismissed the suit.
Oh man, did they give any kind of ruling about how long a bone is allowed to be, or just now it's just willy-nilly? Boneless wings can have as many bones as you want in them.
They didn't get into the specificity of the bones. I mean, I guess that's kind of implied, though, Wes, because if you get a boneless wing and you can see a bone in it, then you, the consumer, are going to know that it's not a boneless wing. The issue here is saying if you see a boneless wing that you cannot see a bone in it, you, the consumer, should assume that there may, in fact, be bone in the wing.
No, I don't think so. Because at restaurants, they're like, here's your fish. It might have some small bones in it. They didn't warn them. And I think also boneless wings shouldn't have bones. And I also think they got it wrong, but that would be 7-0 garlic Parmesan. You called it Parmesan garlic? What the hell's wrong with you? Garlic Parmesan.
Garlic Parmesan.
Parmgar.
No. Garlic Parmesan. Not not Parmesan garlic.
I'm sorry. The Parmesan is, if you're looking at the wing from a perspective of what's the first ingredient you notice, it's going to be the Parmesan, okay? And then the garlic. What do you taste first? The Parmesan. And then garlic. What's applied last? The Parmesan. Okay, first the garlic. See what I'm getting at here?
What's applied last is the Parmesan when you call it garlic Parmesan correctly.
Okay. Some would differ. Beg to differ from your Mark.
Well, ChatGPT says the correct order is garlic Parmesan. Maybe they're wrong. I do have the newest version.
Get it right, Pat.
You were really relying on ChatGPT a little bit too much. I got to tell you.
I love ChatGPT.
You really just buying it. Like,
you got to check
any
it.
Argument we're getting into.
Right. Yeah.
Any argument we get into, you immediately go straight to ChatGPT.
Oh, you sound like my wife.
Well, when ChatGPT says it's your turn
I give her the hold on finger. That's him in the ChatGPT.
All right.
Do you guys want to hear end the show with this old guy? I don't even know what's going to play on YouTube, but you want to hear the best way to die?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm listening.
So if you can't hear our audio on YouTube, it's because YouTube copyrights and they're a bunch of pussies. But I've been famously saying for over a decade I want to die in my 80s on heroin, first time, last time type thing, go out with a bang when my quality of life's bad. This is 98-year-old or 97-year-old or something, King George of the Ren Fair. He owns the largest Renaissance fair in America. I think it's outside of Houston.
Oh yeah, there's a documentary on him.
Incredible. This is a clip from the documentary, but listen to this.
Cool.
Like a beautiful woman to come and make love to me, and to the point that I had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to die. What I'm afraid of is that I can't die the way I want to die. Dying should be a normal thing, and they should have a company. You call up a company and say, listen, I'm 98 and I think it's time for me to go. I'd like a beautiful woman to come and
the Texas guy?
Yeah.
screw me to death.
Yeah, this guy's a menace.
Until I didn't have any more energy and I was dead. That would be a good way to go out. Having fun and glory and happy. And I'm sure I'll have that worked out.
Yeah,
even if I have to go to Switzerland.
Yeah,
this is it. This is one last shot. One final load.
One final load, baby.
That guy owns the town.
Yeah.
And gets called king all year round.
Yep.
And there's buku murders at his Ren Fair.
If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. I think it's on HBO Max. That's not a free ad.
I've only listened to the podcast. I didn't see the doc, but yeah, I think
it's
you're
fucking hilarious. He's a lunatic, but he might have that one right.
Yeah.
Screwed to death.
There needs to be a company. He's right.
Yeah. All right. That's the show. I guess we're out of here for the weekend. So we hope you guys have a great fucking weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Say bye.
Bye.